Oh, are we live? I guess I have to refresh the page to make sure that it's showing up that it's live, because that would just if it didn't show up live. Hadn't shown up live yet. Why isn't it showing up live yet? There it is. Okay. All's well and good. All's well and good. The Kavefe. Kavefe after show. And now we wait and we see. Will he actually show up? Now I have to go over here. Over here. Well, let's share this out first. If you're watching, share it out. After show. Hi, Terry. We'll pin your comment. Excuse me. There was a frog in my throat. After SWO. Huh. See, now I've got to go. I've got to edit. I don't know where in the world that came from. You know what? We'll blame it on Jonathan. He's not here. There. After show. Better? Better. Hell yeah, the after show. What's up, everyone? Hi, and welcome. I have got notes all over the place. I guess I should actually put them into the agenda while we wait for Mr. Slow Person. I spelled that right. It looks like somebody is trying to show up. I don't know if I should actually let the person on or not. He's shaking his head, and he's got that freaking hairdo still. Why can't I hear you? Well, let me make sure it's not me. I don't think it's me. Say something. Say something again. No. Facebook can't hear you. Shut up. Okay, there we go. Facebook can't hear you. I can't hear you. It's probably actually a little bit better this way. It's a Kavefe. It's obviously... Jonathan, you know, we've done this now. It's not the first time. I am not sure why you can't figure out how to get your audio working correctly just because you're in a new location in the Trip Homestead. How did you get kicked out of the other place that you got put into because you got kicked out of the other place that you were in? Are you going to fix your mic or see? No, it's much better if you can't talk. It's much better if you can't talk. Oh, let's see. All right, he's back. Let's see if I can actually hear him this time. You know, Be Live, there would be a good thing for the green room for me to actually...
This may be horrible.
Oh, we can hear you now.
This actually may be an awful thing. I don't know.
I can hear you. I can actually hear you.
Let's see here. See, because I actually can't see you.
You can't see
me? And I can't hear you now. that may absolutely be nothing to do with
well, we can hear you and see you. Let me make sure that I'm still I'm on Facebook, so guess what, it's all you there, buckaroo. Use signs. No link for what? Oh, I'll put the link up here soon. How about that? I'm typing in the agenda. Carlos says, really? All right, we're trying this again. We're bringing Jonathan back on.
All right.
I hear him. I see him.
You do. And see me. Okay.
Can you hear and see me?
I can this time.
That's the important thing right there.
It really is. Like, well, I mean, you know, kind of ish, but.
Look at all the people that we've already got in here, and no one could hear you say all the wonderful comments that you were saying before.
I know, right? So how's internet land?
Internet land is actually pretty good. I'm typing in the agenda as we speak.
Okay, we have an agenda. Carlos is okay now. I can leave.
You've given us lots to go over today.
Okay.
I think
it's been 2 weeks. I know there's like a backlog.
Well, there is a backlog, and unfortunately, due to time constraints and the fact that honestly we really don't care, we're not going over whatever it was that you.
Yeah, no. This has nothing to do with what just happened. These are not the same things. All right. So I got to click into this because I got to see some of the Facebook comments, as well as I'd like just to see who's actually here. William, Terry, Carlos, and Zeph, by the way. Oh, and me.
I haven't shared this out. So everyone, if you could share this over to Live Talk Nation, the Be Live group, LVS 17, wherever you want to share it to your timeline. Let your friends on Facebook know exactly how you waste your Friday mornings or afternoons, depending on wherever the hell you are. It doesn't really matter. The only time zone that matters in the world is the East Coast, so it's morning. Jonathan, you don't have anything to add to that?
I do. I have so much to add to that. I'm starting a new group.
Yes,
Spammers Are Us.
Let's show some love. Mia Voss is here. Jonathan, hey, boo, party curl. That is not a curl. I don't know exactly what.
It went away.
He got up in his head, but good Lord.
I got a haircut, and your episode 2021. Nice. I just saw that. No, I got a haircut. It was time. I'm sorry, Mia. That fan page is going away. I'm sorry. That's okay. I wasted on Kofifi. Nice. Yeah, apparently this is an after show, Terry. I just saw that. All right.
My computer was being wonky, which means my broadcast at 10 a.m. should be nutty. I don't know. It's probably that picture you have of a Dunkin' Donuts cup. It looks like from 1980. I don't know.
Did you watch her Instagram story on that? No, you didn't.
I'm following Mia Voss on Instagram. I think I tried to, and I think she blocked me. Something about, I don't know, hating on the trailers. Terry Johnson loves the new Out trailer. Apparently you came out and did it in the trailer. So we all knew. Thank you for finally, alleviating us. Let's get on with the agenda. Let's talk about what's really important first. Let's get the real story of last week's absence and why Jonathan didn't show up. Now, I know the real reason that he didn't show up last week, but while he explains it away,
the real reason I was not able to broadcast last week. I'm sorry. I just got distracted by Mia's. I did not block you, DV. No block, DV. No, the real reason I was not able to broadcast last week. It was not because of poor internet upload speeds. It was not due to severe weather knocking down a number of the power lines and other cables out here in New Hampshire. The real reason was I didn't want to do the show. I didn't want any help, and I just ran out of ideas of what to talk about. I mean, that's basically it. I mean,
you didn't want any help.
No.
And we've noticed that the quality of your broadcast has dropped immensely since you decided to fire Jen Nelson.
I know, right? I moved my time so that, yeah, I know. I don't even know what to tell you at this point. I don't even know what to tell you. I can't see what it says for my lower third because of Carlos's "that's a haircut" comment. It's actually covering it.
Oh, is it? Is it? Well, let's see.
Jen Nelson's like, I got fired. What?
I can hide the current comment, and We'll give you a second.
Holly. Oh, now it says mourning the loss of the party curl.
It'll go away in a second.
It'll go away. Okay. No, I ran out of stuff. I wanted to go do other things.
How could you run out of stuff? Last week was actually good. I have no recollection of what it is I was going to bash on, but
well, the title of last
week was good enough
week,
that I forgot.
Well, the title, you already know the title, right?
No, I told you
your Instagram story. Oh, I thought you love that. We need to talk, Jonathan Tripp. We need to talk. Jen, just for clarity's sake, you can go back through the records, the archives of this show, which are carefully curated and SEO'd. I did not say that I fired you. Just for the record, I did not say that. Okay.
For the record.
For the record.
For the record, it's set now as to what actually happened with Jen Nelson and her management of John's show. And if you need to know, you'll see it soon enough. So it's right there on this lower third.
Yeah. I fired Jen Nelson from everything. Why not?
Look at that. At least someone feels Jen Nelson's pain at Carlos Phoenix.
Someone says that he does. All right.
And Jen says that she can splice it just like she did. So last week's show, tell me once again what it was.
Growing your Instagram stories. I think that's what last week's was.
That was not last week's show.
Yeah, it was supposed to be.
What did I have last week?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I really, really don't. But it was so good that I forgot. And I don't care. Because this is this week.
Yeah, it is this week. So we just kind of did a splice it like it's hot, and we got it all in there. You're a big man for admitting that. Yes.
You are a big man for admitting that, Jonathan Tripp.
I'm a big man with a tiara.
Well, before we get off of the boring subject, which I was graceful enough to put up first, which is Jonathan Tripp. Jonathan, what's on the menu for lunch today?
I have absolutely no idea. It's probably ham.
Probably ham?
It's probably ham. Probably. Or hot dogs. I don't know which. But I mean, they both kind of...
Come on, Jonathan Tripp. You got the whole organic Tripp village going on.
Only so much that I can do in a day.
Processed meat. Zazan says she misses her two favorite people here. You know what? I'm going to copy the clip. I'm going to copy the... Can I pin my own comments?
Sure.
I can't pin my own comments from here, can I?
So the way I read that comment is I miss my two fave men here, implying that it's actually neither one of us. She misses them because they're both not here.
They're both not here. And you know what? That is a perfect segue into
What do we do? While you're screwing around with that,
there we go.
I have to tell you.
Go ahead, tell me.
In this room, okay, and I opened up the window right there, so you can actually see that's a real room and not a cage. There is an antenna on a metal pole that goes up from the top of the house. It's an antiquated way of receiving TV. But it's still there because it's the highest part in the house. And we are so much in the country here that all sorts of animals are all around us. Bear, I'm sure there's a couple wolves or coyotes or something like that around us too. In addition to that are also woodpeckers. Okay. Now woodpeckers, just by the name, would imply that what do? They peck wood. Woodpeckers peck wood. However, woodpeckers, it's their mating season right now. And I'm not going to get into the details for you, David, but this is what's happening is that, yeah, I don't need to get into the details with it, but what's happening is that apparently woodpeckers in their mating season, they peck on things like wood or trees or anything that you can find to try to make the loudest sound to attract their potential mate. Well, these woodpeckers have figured out that if they tap if they go up and they land on this and they tap on that pole, it makes the loudest sound that a woodpecker has ever made, except for the exploding ones. And those aren't around here.
The loudest sound.
The loudest sounds, because it echoes through the entire, it sounds like someone is inside the house wailing on the water pipes inside the house. It is so ridiculously loud. And I can hear it, but I hope that you guys actually can't hear it. It's insane. It's one of those sounds that it drives me nuts. That's the sound now.
So your lower third is appropriate.
I've been watching
and with that being said, we are going to be joined by one of the most mystical people I know.
Ooh.
Mystical? Really? Is that a mystical being? A mystical gal?
We're not talking about beings right now because that
much like
unicorns, and we don't want that.
Zan,
how are you?
I am good. I am good.
This is like day 568 of Ramadan or something.
Oh my God, it's so funny you're asking that. I know. Yesterday, I haven't mentioned I didn't fast yesterday. It was a tough day yesterday. I did not wake up for what we call the pre-dawn meal, and I was just like at 12 p.m. in the middle of the day. I was like, my stomach felt like I was just gonna hurt somebody, so I didn't fast. Yeah, too bad. That's a on-screen confession. Anyways, how are you boys doing? I really, yeah, she's hangry. Jen knows that pretty well. Hangry Jen, I am.
On
William's face.
Near you.
William says thank you.
Allah would sit there and pardon the indiscretion of cheating on the fasting because he doesn't want to deal with a hangry Zeph himself.
Hangry Zeph. I miss everybody. Giggle is infectious. Oh, thank you, Stacy. I know I've been called the what's the character in Flintstones? Fred's best friend's wife. What's her name?
Betty Rubble.
Yeah, I've been called that, Stacy. So welcome to the infectious Betty Rubble giggles. I miss you guys. What's happening?
Nothing. We're doing a little after show. We're ribbing on Jonathan, and we're getting ready to go through some of the stupid topics that he came up with for that last.
His topics.
Hey, John, are you in New Hampshire?
I am
not
in
a
New
short
Hampshire.
30 minutes either.
You know, whenever he goes to New Hampshire, I'm like, John, make a quick pass through to Connecticut, and he never does.
No, you know
and
why?
Like, I have to go to New Hampshire.
Keyboard driving. I hate it.
I know.
Driving up the coast. It's the worst traffic outside of LA, which I've never been in.
Oh God.
I hear.
But LA is horrible. It's just horrible. Horrible. So how long will you be there?
I am up
June?
here for the vast majority of the month of June.
The vast majority of June.
The majority of June. Not the whole month of June.
Not the whole month.
But most of the month of June. And what's crazy is that it's already the second. I've been here since Memorial Day. Which we go up before. And we travel through the country. We don't go up the coast. We travel up through the country and come in the side way.
Mm-hmm. The side roads, because he just can't stand 95.
I would rather drive an extra 100 miles than sit in 2 hours of traffic.
I got you. I feel ya.
Plus, the scenery's a lot better. You know, the last time I drove through Connecticut, it was about 2 a.m.
No,
I feel ya.
Yeah, I did the trip. I did it overnight. We packed the kids in the car, wife, and all the stuff and whatever, and we did an overnight drive. So, that was the last time I was in Connecticut.
And especially this time of year, right? Because as I take a drive on 95 and I start seeing all the constructions in the evening. The other day I was on 91. It probably was a good 5 mile long construction, because the entire road on 91 where that 5-mile, distance was, it was just all, it was just in construction. And I was like, I cannot imagine the daytime traffic, whoever encounters that. I'll feel ya. But anyways, what's new with you, David Vaughn? I miss you. He was like, what did you say? You're getting a haircut, or did you get a haircut?
I got a haircut.
No wonder Carlos said, "Is that a haircut?" David Vaughn,
right here.
When did you get it? Last month? When did you get it? Last month?
Today. Today. You should have seen me last month. I look like Grizzly Adams. And
oh my goodness!
If you don't know who Grizzly Adams is, just Google it.
We all could Google that.
He is definitely a good example of never meet your heroes. What an asshole.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That was the earmuffs part. Well, Zeph, you're more than welcome to hang out with us continuously, but I want to get on to some of these topics and your valued input.
I would love to hear what are the topics that we're talking about.
So, let's talk about Instagram, which is the devil. And Jonathan's take on and I read this article as well. In fact, Jonathan, that might have been what I was talking about last week. Instagram and self-worth and how we're becoming more depressed because of all the selfies and it's actually becoming really bad. I don't think it started with Instagram. I think
no, it started in second grade.
I think it was the school bullies and the people you hated in your, high school that you didn't talk with, and now all of a sudden you become friends with again. What the hell?
I know, because people never change ever. I mean, they're jerks in third grade, and they're the same when they're 40. I mean, that's the way, because people never change.
They just need to grow up.
Here's what I think. I think it's an excuse. I think that these people who are having a hard time are just looking for an excuse, found an excuse, latched onto the excuse of blame. Hey, it's Instagram's fault. It's Facebook's fault, because I see all these, these wonderful pictures and stories and these great vacations and, and it's not just a personal thing. It's a business thing. Everybody wants to sit there and be like whoever's the next biggest person's ad that's blown up where he's on his trip to somewhere in Bura or Bali or wherever the heck he's going. And he's crossing through the airport with the headphones on, doing that video, talking to you about how you too can have it as well. I could probably travel the world as well if my entire world lived in a knapsack or a rucksack or a backpack, whatever you want to call it.
Wait, so what are we talking about the IG stories really? Are we really picking on John here? Like a specific person?
No, we're done picking on John. John, now we just pick on John throughout the rest of the show.
That's actually the title of every week's show.
Cell phone shaming. Oh my goodness.
That's right. Listen, all you ever need is this right here. That's it. That's the
oh my! I actually have one of those by my stairs in the box there. Oh my goodness! You just dated yourself. I think I just dated mine too.
I text him on it every day.
He does.
He never responds though. That's the thing.
Like hello.
But what about everybody in the audience? What do you all think?
Of IG?
Is it just an excuse, or did you just find something to blame? Do you already have some deep-seated issues that you need to go through? Let's look through some comments here real quick. So Lindsay Badger says overnight drives are the best with kiddos.
Yes, as long as they're sleeping.
Yeah, or you could just sit there and make up some special OJ, and the special part is bourbon. And then any time of day is overnight when you got the kiddos. Anyone know where to get BeLive recordings? My show only showed on Facebook for 8 minutes, but to me looked like was broadcasting for a full hour. Lottie Hearn Ross, I would say join the BeLivers group, and you could ask there. You can go into, you know what? I can post the link.
Well, Carlos answered the question. He says BeLive does not record.
Yep,
It's all
doesn't record,
Facebook.
Lottie.
Oh yeah, they do, because I've got I can go back and look at all my shows.
Yeah, but is it in BeLive or is it actually in Facebook?
In Facebook.
No, it's in BeLive.
Really?
Mm-hmm. See, I'm getting ready to school all of you.
School us.
This is the extent of my BeLive experience.
I think that's correct. I think it's not.
So, okay, now that we touched a little bit of BeLive, right, David? So are you saying that the recordings are available on BeLive and we're able to download them?
No, they're not really. I'm just messing with everybody. But
that's what I thought. Oh, I'm going to be like...
broadcast.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Lottie, it's all on it's on Facebook.
There. Yeah, everything's pretty much... BeLive is very dependent upon... Facebook.
Correct.
And that is the big downfall of BeLive.
And the other thing is now, Lottie, you'll just have to know how to download those videos.
Just
Donna.
Lottie goes call us, David.
Why is my name in with caps with exclamation marks? Because I lied? Oh, get used to that.
Hey, I need to go get some more coffee.
Of course you do.
So
you don't have a pot next to you?
Jonathan Tripp, have you not learned that you actually need an IV line called the IV Cafe, like cafe, right? Into your veins.
Yeah, just I know.
Show.
It's the Calvivi.
Oh God! Stop with the Calvivi.
Calvivi has a spot right over there. Look at you guys look like addicts or something. I'll be right back.
Hey man, when I go in and give blood, I don't waste time. Right there, come on, honey.
I know.
I thought when you gave blood, you just poured it out of the mug. Here, it's the same thing. It's just pressure.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
So what other
option?
If you dare leave and go get your coffee.
If you dare leave, oh. Boom.
I see how it is. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to hang out. We're just going to be right there, and you guys can deal with it.
I'll
be right back in about a minute.
Holly?
OMG, no. OMG. And he still has, I hate Connecticut. Really? Jonathan Tripp? Really?
I know.
OMG. Oh.
I will be right back. I promise.
Anyways. So what else is on the agenda, David Vaughn?
Well, so let's go on to the next item on the agenda. And the next item on the agenda is revenge porn. I have no idea. I wasn't really paying attention to why Jonathan brought that up. But as soon as revenge and porn came into it, my ears did perk.
Of course it did. Oh, my goodness.
Revenge porn. So...
that definition.
This just leads to really good reasons for having all the lights turned off while you're doing the ugly. What the hell did you think was going to happen with the video that, he or she sat there and was like, oh no, I'll delete it.
OMG.
And, for the last little bit, I am pretty sure that a cell phone or a video device is not a sex toy, so doesn't belong anywhere in the bed.
La 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 la.
That's just me on revenge porn right there. I'd be interested to know if anybody was brave enough to come forward and say, that you have been a victim or you have, done the revenge porn. Have you gotten so angry that you posted up some scandalous pictures or videos? I bet Zeph has. And that was it. It was either, damn it, give me some food, or I'm sticking this video up, and that's it. It's going out into the world.
You mean I'll do revenge food porn, but not revenge porn as in that way? The way you're thinking it. David Vaughn.
What other way is there to think of it?
Wait, should I switch off my lights right now? Just saying. Anyways.
I think Zeph's got a little bit of fire in her.
Oh my goodness! The words are. It's not comfortable, and I'm going la 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 la.
Maybe safe word, Zeph. Is that what you're saying?
Could we just move on to the next bullet point on the agenda?
We'll come back to that one because Jonathan brought it up, so we really have to find out.
And you had to bring it up when he's gone to get his coffee. How convenient! We should have him on the spot. There you go. He's back. So why did you bring it up, Jonathan Tripp?
There he is.
I missed it. What was I?
Let's go to this real quick. So, Jonathan, we were talking about revenge porn and exactly what you had posted.
What you had thought about when you
topic up during the day.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Revenge
porn.
Do I need to go get Holly?
What was that last part?
What was Holly? What? Wait, what do you say about Holly?
Is Holly aware of the revenge porn that you've posted, Jonathan?
That I've not posted any such thing. I'm ranting against it.
Oh, goodness
Awful
gracious.
this stuff is.
You defensed it? You defended against the... It's a good thing?
Wait,
I'm getting confused.
My mic is crackly. I'm going to pour some coffee on it.
By the way, Jonathan, there's a comment specifically for you.
Yeah, I was just going to
warn Jonathan Tripp, you should see the photo I put up on Live Talk Nation and Let's Live Stream hashtag.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And Lottie Hearn Ross, I don't want to ignore this. Lottie said, we don't do it, ugly David. Stop shocking Zeph Zan. Oh, please. She's Philippine.
No, I'm not. Did you get my country wrong? My heritage wrong? Really? Really? Huh? Philippine is Monique, which is Q.
Well, where are you from?
OMG, I'm gonna murder you.
He's from Connecticut.
It's the same place. Zeph Zan is Malaysian.
You just...
You're
Malaysian?
Japanese or something like that.
OMG, well... Fine, be that way.
Lucky she's not eating. Okay, I'm off. Thanks for great giggles for the weekend. XX. Well, Lottie Hearn Ross, thanks a lot for hanging out and joining us. And
it's like dinner time for her, isn't it?
Yes.
It's
almost dinner.
To a lot worse than me. So.
Jen Nelson. Oh my God, this is going downhill fast. Jen, whenever I'm on screen, it seems that it will always go downhill fast. Sorry, right. But I'm just hanging out with Jonathan Tripp and David Vaughn.
It's going downhill fast so far.
Who are just a catalyst.
Just wait for the person that's in the green room right now, which is actually kind of shocking because this person is, well, I'll give it away if I say what's shocking about it.
So I should just go.
So I can bring this one person on because their internet's always really spotty, and I think they're living somewhere in the backwoods of Alabama right now. And so they're using 2 Dixie cups and some string to actually get this to happen.
Rubbing sticks together to get some internet.
Yeah, they used to be able to afford a nice place, and then they moved.
Oh my God!
So.
Yeah.
What did Jen say? This has nothing to do with you, Zeph, and this all David one driving the train off the cliff. Oh, MG, I think I agree with you,
Jen. See, the fact is, the train was already off.
Right.
Jeff, thank you very much for being on.
All right, everybody. I can't wait. I can't wait to see who's coming up next.
I know. I can't either.
I mean, don't.
Bye, boys.
Bye.
See ya, Catherine.
Oh, I cut her off a little fast on that. And then she hung up. She didn't hang out in the lobby.
Oh my gosh!
Somebody actually, and he's frozen. Now he's unfrozen.
I can't hear you guys.
There we go.
See, I told you it was bad.
Oh, this sucks.
See, okay. We can see you. We can hear you, Carlos. I guarantee he's trying to do this mobile somehow. And
is there any other way?
Yeah, I can't hear you guys. I'm gonna have to refresh.
Refresh.
That's what happened to me.
This is why Carlos doesn't do anything on the desktop, because it never works for him. So he'll be back.
Is there
we've gone over Jonathan and his revenge porn and the Instagram self-worth. Let's talk about Reddit. Jonathan is not an experienced of Reddit.
No. Do you ever use Reddit?
No, I'm not 12.
That was a pretty harsh slam right there.
Yeah, I know. No, I do use Quora, and I've been on Reddit, and I've looked through Reddit, and I guess sometimes I don't use it for. But one of the comments you said was, it's real people providing real information and stuff, and this reminds me of a post I saw earlier about, just because somebody has an opinion doesn't make it fact.
True.
I think that while you could probably find out some hacks and tricks and info on places like Quora and Reddit and Facebook and stuff, you need to do your due diligence and make sure that's not the only source of information that you're using.
Well, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. One of the things I saw this week, and it was actually talking more about Google search and Facebook search, is that when it comes to things like how to install your new webcam, your Logitech C920 that's been on sale or was on sale on Amazon for like $50 and everybody picked one up, right? How to install that or things like this. What are the proper settings? And a lot of that stuff is still Google. People use Google search for it. But when it comes to things like, hey, what's the restaurant in I don't know, Atlanta, Georgia? What's a good seafood restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia? Right? That's where they're finding that people are starting to, I know Carlos is like, I don't even know. That's what people are finding. They're using Facebook now to get those personal recommendations, not Google search. That's the difference between and how people are using Reddit compared to how people are using Google search. It's not fact. I'm looking for, hey, what's your opinion on whatever. Anyway, that's that.
I see. My biggest problem with all this, and it's just the internet period, is it's funny how we just let the internet do the thinking for us. Posts on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and stuff, and they're completely false. Carlos, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
And we can hear and see you. So this is a rare occurrence.
This is the fifth time I've ever been on
Mr. Phoenix to actually be using a desktop to go live. Carlos.
That's not true. I do my shows. I don't know if you've seen my interview recently with an actress, and that's all done on desktop.
Well, we're going to give you the main stage right now. We're going to put you on the big screen all by yourself. What do you think about Reddit and Quora? And did he freeze? No.
He's just a little.
No.
Yeah, he's a little jittery. Do I need to bring you back down? Maybe that's too much. Yeah,
it's too much for the internet to handle.
It was too much bandwidth. Alabama really doesn't have that much down there, so.
I'm in Georgia.
You rib on me about Alabama and me picking on them, but it could be Mississippi.
Okay.
It's all south to him.
Oh, I get it.
Right.
They got good iced tea.
Oh my gosh.
Do they? I don't know.
Carlos,
so
Reddit.
Tell us your not a big user of Reddit.
On anything that we've discussed so far, except for Jonathan's hair, because we all know that just is, I don't know.
Well, what's funny about the hair is it reminds me of an old comic book, like a 1940s, 50s comic. I just don't remember what.
He looks like somebody out of the Archie and the Gang or whatever it was. Jughead.
Exactly. Or one of those cartoons with the dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nickelodeon or something like that.
Oh well, there's some round-headed kid or something. I don't know. Jonathan, the 50s called. They want their hairstyle back.
They want the hairstyle back. It's retro.
And the shirt,
like my shirt. I was just, I almost beat you to it there.
Well, apparently Zeph likes his hair, so I guess I'll leave it alone.
Carlos, there's somebody living on your couch. I don't know if you know that.
What?
There's somebody living on your couch.
Living? That she is.
Okay. I just want you like.
They see you. He's like there's somebody living on your couch. Living. That's my beautiful daughter.
That's wonderful.
And what's funny is, and you probably can't see it from here, I have you guys on screen.
Oh, Look at that.
on the
See?
TV. So she's watching the entertainment with us.
There is nothing better.
That's like
than being
super
on Apple
Inception-y.
TV.
Well, what's cool is that's the Apple TV with the Facebook Live app, and that's how I was watching you guys. And then when Zeph got on, I was like, "That's it. Desktop is turning on."
It's on.
Honey, go fire up the
Get all
generator.
the cobwebs out of there.
Clear out the cobwebs, fire up the generator, and give
So
me
I have to say, Jonathan, David, one, it's great to see you guys. Two, I haven't seen Jonathan do something in a long time. Yes, I was jealous that you were on screen. And no, I got jealous when you said, "Oh, my two favorite guys are on screen." So I have to be like the third favorite guy. So there. And then, so you've been doing traveling. I've been doing traveling. We've been all over the place. I've been all over the place in the past few months. But now we've settled and, trying to start those shows again. But again, I'm not familiar with Reddit. I mean, I know Reddit. I have not used Reddit. I used the competitor of Reddit, which now I can't remember what it was. Digg, D-I-G-G is what I used to use.
Yeah, Dig's another one.
I've not used that in 5 years.
Ever.
Yeah, me too. I haven't used Reddit in ever.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go on Reddit and see what's
I
on
think
Reddit.
one of the changes that Reddit is making, it's really pushing that subculture so that they're feeling very validated. And I say that as somebody that's looking at a lot of the younger users, where a lot of, it's just like dealing with like teenagers, like they're kind of coming into their own, where they have their own thoughts and and they have their opinions and they think they're always right, and things like that. That's why like sites like Reddit are awesome for them, because then they can just put it out there like it's, like it's gold. Like this is the thing. This is what the internet has been waiting for me to write my opinion, right? That's what Reddit is. But it's kind of leveled the playing field that everybody can have a valid opinion. And like David was saying, it's like, hey, time out, guys. You got to make sure that it's actually, before you just take it as gospel truth, you got to make sure that it's real thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's both the what makes Reddit great, as well as I think it's probably biggest weakness.
Yeah, and I have tried Quora, but I haven't been a big Quora user because I don't really ask that many questions.
Yeah, we just use. He's on his phone. I'm going to be on my phone too. Hold on, my phone's got antennas.
Oh, I only have my cell phone.
That's okay. No, I'm talking into an iPad stand. It's way better.
Well, I'll talk to this thing too.
That's right. Here, I'm going to also talk into my. Oh yeah, let's take a time and let's talk about the coffee for the day. I have. Yeah, can you see? Yeah, you can see it. It's probably backwards though. Organic Winnipesaukee Weekend Blend. This is by woodshedroast.com. I'm not
How do
paid
you pronounce
to do
that
this. Winnipesaukee. Okay, so I'm going to put it right up. Let me see if I can.
Winnipesaukee.
Yep.
Okay.
Winnipesaukee. It's actually a very large and fairly deep lake here in New Hampshire. It's the largest lake in New Hampshire.
Large and deep.
Yeah.
Okay, and see it comes on and Carlos, I hear large indeed. Now I could sit there and just go to
dismantle that. Unpack that, David. Unpack
the mess out of that.
I think my daughter's ready to say, and that's what she said.
And
that's what she said. So let me throw in a couple of things that Reddit and Quora and any of those types of sites are good for is for searching for questions that other people have in areas that you might have some experience and expertise and be able to offer some input. It's a great place to find areas for, like, if you're struggling with blog topics or vlog topics or anything of that nature. It's a good area for you to go look in that type of stuff. As
selfie research.
Me going to there, yeah, I wouldn't use it. And unfortunately, what I was getting at earlier was that most people are going to use those types of places as like the sole discretionary, that's it. It was said here, it's got to be Bible truth. And you need to stop. So I laugh at those types of posts all the time. I see them on Facebook where somebody shares it out and it's like, I can't believe this. There is a site called Snopes, Snopes. Yes. Wonderful site that is maintained by a whole group of people who will sit there and offer whether stories that just seem ridiculous or incredible are debunked. Now, Snopes you can pretty much take to the bank. It's because those people are out there, they're saying the same things. It's like, you morons. And it's funny how like the same story will resurface 3 years later and all of a sudden it gets more traction.
Well, Stacy hates Snopes.
Stacy's hates Snopes, and
Mia,
people that get kicked out of Dunkin' Donuts because they try and steal a hat say that Snopes is their life. So I bet you could go on Snopes and find out whether that claim is true or false, because it's Mia Voss.
That says what?
Stacy hates Snopes.
It's true.
Let's go on to the next topic that Jonathan.
Oh my gosh!
Check off these as we've gone through them.
The fact that he has topics listed concerns me.
I just went off the little banter of.
He's organizing.
By the way, Jonathan, that was not a short 30 minutes. It was a very long 30 minutes. I don't know how 30 minutes could be short or long. It's 30
I apologize.
Minutes.
It was the intro sequence, wasn't it? That's what really drug it out.
It was
my droning.
The sequence that really drug it out. It's like you got all these freaking people listed. Did you really have to list every member of Live Talk Nation?
Yes. I'm going to put it into 5 columns next week.
Should social media be in your background checks?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I've been preparing my son for this since he has been allowed to have social media accounts.
And just for clarity's sake, how old is your son? How old is he?
He is going to be 15 in August.
Okay. And he has only had social media. I don't know if we allowed him to get it this year or last year. I think it was sometime last year that he was allowed to get it, but he really didn't get. Yeah, it was last year, because he got an iPhone. He really didn't start getting into it and doing a whole lot with it. Snapchat is his thing. He and his friends, they really like Snapchat and Instagram.
Now, do you ever ask about Snapchat whether they think that that's the next method that them? Because everybody I ask, all the things I ask are like,
he's like, they don't care. The only morons that really care about that are us, the people that are trying to, write the book about how to sit there and do $10,000 on Snapchat or Instagram, or Coke. Let's be like,
I don't see it surviving another
Snapchat or the MLB. But Instagram is the other thing. And the funny thing is they don't use these. They're not like, they do post, but they don't use it for like just that. They use it more for communication. They have DM messages inside Instagram that are just long as hell. And they're in there. I'm like, why don't y'all just text or something? Nah, Instagram's where we're going to be, because then I can flip over and I can look at pictures and I can come back and I'm like, okay. But I have been warning him. I'm like, you've got to be careful about what you post, what you like, what you comment on, what you share. I said, because even if you were to go and delete it, if somebody screenshots it, it's there forever. That's it. You got to be careful. And you live in a world that we don't.
Yeah, the original sexting was, well, maybe not the original, but it became huge on Snapchat originally because they had the belief of, well, it's going to disappear. And then later they revealed, oh no, we have all of that. We have the largest collection of child porn that exists.
Right.
Yeah. It's so problematic and I just want to make sure my internet connection is actually still going through. But it's so problematic in that it's not just a place that people use. It's not just a platform that people use to do these illegal activities, and I mean it in that very very awful sense, in that very far off sense. It's not just that, because I mean it's the world over. Like, it's not just like all of a sudden Snapchat or Instagram messages or any of these other like messenger apps. It's not that they just made it so that people are like, hey, you know what? I could use this for this topic, right? Or to be able to do that. It's not. They're just finding it's just a new tool to be able to continue to do that. And I think that's a really key distinction to make. But the other side of it is then that as parents, how are we trying to train our children to both avoid that and to know enough, even not that I would expect my teenage kids or younger to say, that's not good. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. But at least be able to go, oh my gosh, Dad, help. That's the kind of like that last resort. Dad, help. I don't know what to do. Right? I mean,
so you're saying that you're expecting the kids to figure out social media?
No, and that's actually my point is that not that I expect them to get the ins and the outs of it, but as much as for them when they get into if hopefully, but more of when they get into that kind of a situation, because I think that it's going to happen. I do. I just think it's just the way that social media is, and I think that's the way that predators are. They're searching. They're going to go find kids.
Yep.
But when that happens, or the potential for when it happens, that the kids just automatically know to say, Dad, help. Not try for them to try to just simply figure it out on their own.
Well, one of the rules that was so the way that this was set up, and my son's probably forgotten, but I don't care because I told him I was doing it anyway. So so I have all passwords. Both me and my wife have all passwords. We get to review all his accounts whenever we want, as often as we want, or we take it away, period. And I mean, by taking away, I will delete the accounts.
I've done that.
Also, all the accounts are set up on an email, and all those emails are actually forwarded to me so that I can see all that stuff myself as well. And that was it. And, at one point the question was asked, well, for how long? Until you leave my house. When you leave my house, then that's fine. But otherwise, you are a minor, you're a child, and it's my job to look out and protect you. And some people are just bad. And, you can't take things for face value. So that's exactly what I did. Mm-hmm. He was not allowed to have anything before his 13th birthday.
Yeah, I've actually had
to
to
go because none of the accounts would. I think that's pretty much the age limit for when they can set stuff up, right? Like Facebook and everything.
13.
You have to be that age. So because I know it didn't fib like a birth date or stuff, but I mean I've seen like 9-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds with Instagram and Facebook, and they've got a better iPhone than I have.
No.
And most of them live at Jonathan's house.
I've actually had.
In fact, everybody's got a better phone than Jonathan.
Can you guys hear me?
Carlos, please continue.
My apologies.
No, it's all David.
I've had to delete a Snapchat account and a Instagram account on my child's phone. Just because she went overly free. Oh, look, I can just share anything I want and this and that. And I'm like, no, a lot of inappropriate, no. And she thought I wasn't checking and was checking.
Yes, Mia, you can come in. Didn't I put the link up at the top?
Yeah, I mean, if you need me to drop out, I can.
Well, she's not in the lobby yet. She's just, I think she's asking permission, which is really rare. By the way, the link is up there. So if you want to hang out in the lobby, you're more than welcome to come and hang out in the lobby.
Can people in the lobby see each other? They can't see each other, right?
No, they can't see
I
each
don't
other.
think so, no.
That'd be a fun.
So let me go off topic here real quick, just to talk about something that I do like to talk about, which is Webinar Jam. Webinar Jam 3.0 is getting ready to be released, I believe, in July. I'm getting ready to have beta access to 3.0. It's a completely new platform. Everything's been redone. No longer will rely on YouTube, Google, or anything if you don't want to. But they've done a lot of neat stuff with like the green room and the presenters where everybody can talk and hang out with themselves on before, after, or while a video is playing or anything of that nature. So you'll hear me talk more about that in the coming weeks and do demonstrations and stuff. So,
Have any of you got on
because Jonathan sat there and said, oh, look, it's Donut Letty in the lobby, but she's left us, and she's got a really bright light on in the background, so she's going to be like Deep Throat. That was probably the wrong word to use in our expression for her. She's going to be like one of the on TV where, they're all blacked out and the voice changer. We're going to have that going on. I can't hear you while you're talking in the lobby, Mia. I wish I could, because I'm sure it's hilarious at the moment. Let's see if I can bring Mia up. Carlos, can I drop you down real quick? Do you have any parting words for us? Anything exciting coming up? Where in Alabama are you, Carlos?
I'm not in Alabama. I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, my God.
No, I was going to ask if any of you have joined Peep.
Joined what?
Peep?
Nope.
No, I haven't. Is it just another? Is it really just become like another thing?
It's like I have it. I have beta access to it. It's like Busker, I guess. You go live. People want to donate money to you, stuff like that. I know Joel Comm is all over it, so I was just figuring somebody might have given it a try.
Oh, leave that one alone.
Dang it.
I don't want to get
right,
into the whole. I don't want to get into the whole influencer discussion again. So no.
I mean, I tried
it. Good. But so tell us, are you enjoying Peep? Is it worth the checkout there, Carlos?
It's not worth a peep.
It's not worth a peep. Okay, you heard it here, folks. Nobody ever has to worry about Peep again. Carlos Phoenix said it.
It's
Carlos Phoenix. You want to tell people where they can find you if they'd like to reach out and get more of this knowledge? By the way, Carlos, if you were looking to do lots of stuff live, mobile, and all sorts of neat little tricks like backgrounds and lower thirds and stuff, he is your guy. And if he's not there, then there's a better woman behind him, and it's usually Zeph. So, where do you want people to reach out to you there, Carlos?
Well, I mean, if you're interested in learning about live streaming, Live Streaming Master is the site I put together where mostly it's been corporations, and we do one-on-one consultations, and then we talk about building studios and so on. But other than that, you can always find me as Carlos Phoenix on Facebook.
Well, thank you very much. Live Streaming Master. Is that livestreamingmaster.com or .live?
.com.
There you go, folks.
.com.
And if you're on the corporate side, he's helped lots of them out, and he's going to help lots more. Thanks a lot for hanging out. You can hang out in the lobby if you want, Carlos, because, Mia,
no problem.
She gets tired of us, and she goes and has a donut.
So much to be said about that. All right.
And, if she didn't bring donuts, this might be the shortest screen time that Mia Voss has ever had.
Is that it? You're gonna bounce me?
Mia Voss is here.
Hi, can you hear me?
You're kind of scratchy to me. Is she scratchy to you, Jonathan?
Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know why.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me though. I did not bring donuts.
I hear you didn't bring donuts. You're kind of out of sync too.
That's weirdo.
It might have been that light that was in the background, which you've moved.
I'm sorry I couldn't hang out with Carlos Phoenix. I love him.
So it's not that you wanted to hang out with us. It's that you wanted to come hang out with Carlos.
Listen, I don't need to feed your ego any more than it already is.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
That is a tighten upright haircut, J-Trip.
You like that, puppy?
I do. It's like streamlined.
It's you know what it was. It was I had my hair, and then my girls every morning they do this thing where they like to put their hands through my hair, and they like to pull it up. I'm not joking.
You know what that's called?
No. What's it called?
The floof.
The floof. Oh yes. Okay. The floof.
Now my floof is like my hair looks normal in the front when I wake up, and in the back it looks like a couple of mice got into a fight. So every morning it's a contest to see how bad the floof is. Your floof's right here.
Well, that's because that's pretty much all the hair I have left.
Yeah.
I'm on the way to the Ed Harris look. I know it.
Oh, yeah, right. It's like slowly moving back.
It's just gonna. And one day, like we'll hit a critical point, and I haven't determined when it is, where it will just be all gone.
Let me see. Turn to the side. You're not Ed Harris yet, but you're driving around in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's the way. Back in college, when I started college, it was like a mane of hair. You know, like an entourage of people carrying it and loving it.
Like a tree. Are there
walking around with his Poison T-shirt and his Cinderella?
Oh, right. Yeah, I think he's too young for that, though.
He might be a little too young for that.
I think he is.
I think he was.
Finally, I'm too young for something.
Right. Oh, contraire. Every time you talk about your age, I'm like, was that high school last week? Because who thinks that Jake Tripp has a baby face? I do.
I have a baby face?
You do.
You look like you could have sat there and graduated last week and had fun the week before.
It's
It's
like
20 years.
What, really? So
Yeah, it's 20 years I've been out. Released
wow.
from the cage.
And he just turned 40. So for those of you who can't do math,
No,
just like
not-
Jonathan apparently couldn't.
Oh, I'm not 40.
You know what?
He was 20.
You see me doing this, David? I was like, carry the one. Was that me?
It's that new math. It's that new math to figure it out.
They didn't have STEM when I was a kid, so there's that, you know. So, hey, boys, I'm going to try out Be Live here coming up in about 28 minutes. Any advice for me?
Don't know.
Mia Voss is going to try out Be Live in 20 minutes.
Well,
You haven't
yeah,
tried
because
out
I'm
Be
going to
Live
review
before?
5 Minutes in the Box. Does anybody remember 5 Minutes in the Box, my fun double entendre show I used to do on Blab?
No, I never saw you on Blab.
You
I did.
what?
Nope, never did.
I was going to say, give on help up
I saw her on Black.
opposites to out.
That's
What
how
did
we
you say?
became acquainted.
That's what I thought. I am David Vaughn, who I also, John, how I was not following you on Instagram, which I know you love so much.
You know what? I haven't posted on Instagram. I don't think I posted on Instagram during May.
I'm going to go, what, really? Well, you know, is that like Ramadan? Is that your Instagram Ramadan?
Yeah, my Instagram.
Well,
Look
go
at this.
follow me.
We got all these people trying to pop up in the lobby down there.
Are they? Okay.
Well, no. Let's make sure we get you a little bit of a crowd, maybe.
Oh, good.
Out of the 3 other people that are watching this broadcast right now, because
Right. So I did 9, it looks like. So I didn't have a chance to Snopes it, by the way. I just want to say that because it's not a David Ensign why that I don't piss somebody off, quite frankly.
Snopes is the truth place. That's where you need.
Yeah, and you know what? I have to admit, what's interesting about Snopes is it's just a starting point.
It is.
I don't know who got cranky pants about it, and I understand that because, yeah, everybody's got their own agenda. I mean, you can jack anybody up and just say, hey, you know, Jonathan Tripp really doesn't have a floof or something like that, you know. Big floof.
I think, Mia, I think what Jonathan's really doing is I think secretly he's a fangirl of Jimmy Buffett, and that's his tribute to Fins in the Water.
I think so, too. Do you think I should hang my hashtag that I got from Courtney Kramer? Do you like it?
I like your hashtag.
That looks a little more rustic than a lot of them.
Oh, it totally is, dude. Look at it. It's all kinds of oxidized.
Nice.
Yes. And it's
Most
battery
of them-
operated, so you know if you're not in the mood,
Yeah.
you just change the, I don't know what it does here.
That means that once the batteries die and that came with it, it will never light up again because Mia will consistently.
Don't mess with me. Anyway, sorry to say, I didn't Snopes it, but I heard that today is Gun Violence Awareness Day. Did anybody hear that? And it said to wear orange, so I thought I would wear flashy orange.
I didn't.
But maybe that's a rumor.
It is National Donut Day, though.
Yes, it is. Please go check out my Instagram. Jonathan commented on it. They let me wear this. I went to the Dunkin' Donuts headquarters last year, and they let me put on this giant inflatable donut. And I said, does this make me look fat? This giant donut on my head.
It was great.
Carlos says that every day is Donut Day.
I
Yeah,
agree.
every day. You know what? And everybody can go have a donut for me because I can't have donuts.
Now, I would say that is a weakness for me. That's my kryptonite. Is actually
Well,
donuts and
It's a
popcorn.
weakness for me, and that's why they're not in the house.
Oh, yeah. Don't bring them up in here.
40
That was
pounds
my-
down, I
that
don't
was
need
my
to try
very
and
first
bring the
job.
40 pounds back in one day by going through any place. That
Yeah. Would you be like in that glut with like all the powdered donut boxes around you and stuff?
Donut holes? Oh, forget it.
Stop. You know what? Actually, my weakness is the Krispy Kreme with the chocolate. Oh, Charlie just made a face. With the chocolate cream filled. Yeah. Remember? Chocolate cream filled?
Like Bavarian? And
No, not Bavarian. No. That's a distinction. It's
Okay.
the cream. Yeah.
No
That's it.
Bavarian?
Yeah.
Can't do
Nazim's in
Bavarian.
the house.
That's not real. And my favorite donut is the old-fashioned donut. It's the unglazed, just
The old fashioned.
oh yeah, like
But
cake.
is it cake with glaze or just cake?
it was just the cake, no glaze.
Oh, he's old school.
Yeah, it's the most dense donutty donut that they could possibly make.
You're right. It is. What's your favorite, J Trip Flute?
Actually, it's the old fat. Actually, my all-time favorite. They don't make it though. It's a cider donut.
What? Who made
I
that?
love cider, like real cider donuts.
What's my I need to get online and see what David Vaughn put below me. What's my title?
Oh, I actually didn't mess with yours.
Oh man. Okay. I saw a giggle and I'm like, oh man. What is it like?
Because he puts up the lower, not the lower third, but like
Yeah,
the
it's
show
lower
title.
third that went up.
Yeah.
Kofi.
So I have to tell you, so my favorite, by the way, my very first job, random trivia, was a Dunkin' Donuts job. Counter girl. Is that fancy? Is that fancy enough for you? Blueberry cake donut was my original favorite. Also good, but I had glaze. Anybody in on that?
My girls are all over the blueberries and stuff.
That's their spirit animal.
Yes.
I like it.
Handfuls.
What is it?
Handfuls of
Handfuls,
blueberry
right.
donuts and muffin. Yeah.
I just forgot what else I was going to say now. I got caught up in the donut. Anyway, it's nice to be here. And did you tell people that I pinged you from the beach 2 weeks ago to tell you I wasn't going to watch the show?
No, I did not bring that up.
Oh, right.
But that was very much appreciated. My girls were like, "Who is that?"
Who is?
Because they were right in the background. They were like, "Who is that?"
I
You know,
did see
they like push in. They're very rude about the phone.
They and then I realized that, oh, thank you, Dave, I just saw that. I realized that anybody who brings me on to a phone call, a FaceTime, anything, you should always let me know if your kids are in the room.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Something salacious.
I do. And now granted they're 2 and 4 and they have no idea, but they're very good repeaters.
And I bet they notice the inflection when you're trying to say something, and then they can hear blah blah blah, and then and they're in, right?
The one word. That's all that they will find, that one word, and then it's the word of the day.
Yep. They know what's the worst one they've ever repeated, or can you not repeat it?
I can't repeat it.
Oh shoot. Yeah, private message me that one. I was going to tell you, Kofi, I didn't know what the hell that was all day. I just was like, why are people selling coffee that way? Because that's how my brain works.
That's what I thought too. I had to Twitter search it.
I did too. I Kofi'd it, and then I was like,
I'm gonna say coffee.
Coffee, yeah. Charlie pronounces C. He's in the same mindset. I literally just thought everybody was just messing with the coffee, with my, the fee. And then I was like, oh dear. Did it ever get resolved, or did Sean Spicer just continue to insist that that's code word for something?
No, I don't know what.
I don't think it's really up to. He's just a pawn in the whole.
Oh, bless. Nothing's better than Melissa McCarthy as Sean Spicer, you guys.
That was really
So
funny.
and now because everybody heard about Kathy Griffin, right? And,
Oh, dear,
and the
yeah.
really bad, poor taste joke. Sorry, that was really poor taste.
Although I
don't
have
care
to
if you
say,
like the guy or not. That was.
I really doubt that Barron Trump was sitting there watching it, but that's just me.
That's just insane.
It was crappy. You
Now
know
she's
what?
crying foul that she's been.
She's been bullied. I know.
You know, here's the
She should
problem.
be crying foul for the way she came on camera to apologize the other day.
Oh,
because-
I know. You know what? Just leave it. Just leave it be. Now they're going after the photographer, and my problem with it, if you just want to hear like a quick rant, women just can't get away with the same as men do. And when women do something that bad, I'm like, don't do that. You're effing it up for the rest of us because, you know, you get. But that was incredibly bad, I have to say. I was like, oh, dude, you're messing it up for the rest of us.
Yeah, she was.
It was, but she apologized, which is more than others, says Donna. True, but I think there's an art to sticking by what you did and an art to apologizing, and if it's just pandering, because there's apologizing because you mean it and apologizing because you got caught. How's everybody feel about that? That was too much for you guys.
Nope. I am letting that. That is like a slow, deep rain. I'm just letting that just soak.
It's like a ball.
Really good comment.
Just let it sink into your skin. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that was. I really appreciate that.
And the thing is, somebody along the lines sat there and was like, "Yeah, that would be really funny. You should go do it." And then how quickly did that person distance? Oh, I can't believe it.
Well, I think it makes me mad, too, because then it gets into that he said, she said, well, there's effigies of Obama and the kids and whatever. I'm like, it all sucks.
It does.
Yeah.
There's a line, and there is a line of poor taste, and that was that leapfrogged the mess out of it. I mean, freaking long jumpers are trying to figure out how to get that distance over the line.
You know what? You filed that under. This is why we don't have nice things.
That's exactly right. This is why we can't play nice and
have a conversation. No,
keep breaking it.
Kofif, I agree.
Kofif.
How do you say it? Does anybody know?
I say Kofifi.
I say Kavifi. Yeah.
Charlie?
Kavifi.
That's how I say it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not the shameful thing about this is that it's going to show up as a frickin' word in the Webster's dictionary or wherever, every year that we get new words, it'll show up.
It's not a word though.
Is it a noun?
Well, neither was Google.
As in
Kofif.
No, that's a verb. But as in to be Kofif, or you are a Kofif, that would be a noun, right?
Yeah.
Not a thing.
Well, it's not a thing yet. Like floof, that's a thing. So floof is to floof, or it is a floof, right? I also like to call fluffy cats a floof.
Yep.
Well, then this is why we can't.
Yeah, it's a couch floof, which is a cat.
It is a couch floof.
Yeah, that's what they are.
One of the random funny things funniest thing I ever read on The Onion was, want a box of crap in your house? Get a cat.
Oh, whose post did I respond to this morning? And they were sitting there talking about it was she was talking about, what's better than a bad boy is a grown ass man who has their shit together. And so I replied, I said, yeah, there's nothing worse than finding somebody with loose bowels coming out on both ends. I got no likes on that comment.
I know. Tell me where it is. I'll go like it. That's awesome.
That really is something.
How we lost six viewers since I've been on here.
Well, they
Or maybe
keep
it's the
coming-
fact we've been
they
doing
keep
this for like an
coming back.
hour and a
So,
half
you
now.
know, now that we're talking about crap,
Will you guys come over on my show when I start it just to kind of talk me through stuff?
I will come over to your show, but I will have your volume very low. I actually have a call coming up in 15 minutes. While you're
Oh, is it work related? Is it work related?
It is work related, and that's why I'm sure that they would not, especially since the CEO is the one doing this.
I just had this vision of David doing 1-900 phone calls for business. Hey, what are you wearing?
He's in a communications company. I mean, it's code for something.
Hey, baby.
Kofifi this.
Hi, my name's
Matilda.
Hashtag David.
Talk to me, bad boy. Oh yeah, you do it for me.
I like it that you use like the phrase something porn as much as I do, like hashtag, CoolTV porn or whatever.
Kavifi porn. There you go.
Donut porn. I like yolk porn. I've been using that a lot on Instagram because I'm kind of obsessed with egg yolks and food pictures. And so yolk porn hashtag, that's kind of my favorite.
That's a
Go look
thing.
it up. It's a thing.
Oh, come on.
It's a thing. All right. Any tips? Any tips for me on VLive? I'm just gonna go poke a lot of buttons and see what I can do.
I've never used it
I would
other than
probably
sitting here like
close
this.
out any kind of uploading like Dropbox or Google Drive or something like that.
Oh yeah. I saw somebody comment that they lost their show. Is that true? True.
Well, that's probably a Facebook thing. So don't have your ringtone of Justin Bieber's "Baby, Baby, Baby" play in the background because the Facebook people will sit there and shut you off in a heartbeat for copyright.
Oh, that's right. Oh, because are they like they're like YouTube? They used to be so fast. Oh, because it's copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Did that happen to somebody? That's embarrassing.
Copyright infringement.
Carlos did something one time. This was a while ago, and he had his broadcast cut off because he was streaming something, and they were like copyright infringement.
Wow, that's very old school. 2015 call. They want their technique back. Whatever. Right.
Azim says that he can barely load the live hamster
You know
internet.
what? When you're living the life of Nazim, sometimes it's hard to get the internet.
Yeah. Well, it's because he hadn't sent me my Bologna. So.
Oh, well, that's my phrase for him. He would be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm on the train to Genoa," and I'm like, "Life of Nazim."
And the only other thing I could say is, just do a refresh because you are, Gilbertine on the audio and out of sync between audio and video. And we want the full effect.
Yeah, we want full Mia.
We want the same experience that we get from your Snapchats and your Instagram.
Instagram stories. I want Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Just
That
saying.
would be it for me.
Yeah, now I can't hear you though.
Now I can't hear you at all because you
Video.
muted yourself.
Audio cut out or something.
We really can't hear you.
Nope.
I could speak for you if you'd like. That'll always go over very well.
She's gonna floof. Oh! I thought she was saying she's gonna floof. Okay, bye, Mia.
Are you going to floof? You're going to go floof out of here? Okay, go floof out of here.
Live
Go
floof. Yeah.
Bye.
All right. See you. That was pretty funny.
Well, I think we covered everything.
Okay, we got everything in.
I think we did. And we lost most of the viewers anyway. So
It says 5. It's because I have 4 extra accounts.
I'm on Reddit right now. And so let's just go over the top things that are hot on Reddit.
Oh yeah.
I must hide this Cheeto for later consumption. TIL in 1988, Mad Magazine drew attention to a cigarette manufacturer that owned a life insurance company, claiming cigarettes were harmless while charging more to insure smokers.
Sure.
68 mayors adopt Paris Climate Accord after U.S. pulls out. Where were you before the U.S. pulled out? You morons. The 70s transition. I mean, talk about frickin' jump on a train. The 70s transition. My parents in 1968 and again in 1970. Katy Perry listens to some black fellows rapping. That wasn't politically correct. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised it has.
It's okay. It has 1,100, almost 1,200 comments.
It does. Australian TV host takes aim at Daily Mail after colleague leaves in tears. Well, okay.
Boy, Daily Mail. Shame on you. That, by the way, that's provided by theguardians.com. Okay, just so we know.
So let's scroll on down just a little bit and see what's your picture you can't see without laughing. That's got 22,800 comments.
Which one is it?
Or no, likes. I'm sorry, 22. It's at the bottom. What's your picture can't see without laughing? It's got 8,000 comments, but it's got 22,800 upvotes.
That's quality.
That is. We all need someone to share the good and the bad with. No, we don't. Trump misunderstood MIT climate research university officials say. Massachusetts Institute of Technology officials said U.S. President Donald Trump badly misunderstood their research when he cited it on Thursday to justify withdrawing the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement. Well, I'm sorry, but now the Trump administration is going to probably take away your rights as an institution of education because you are bad-mouthing him. So. Because that's typically the way it works. You talk against them. And one of my favorite ones is that Boba Fett changes one word and his father might still be alive.
Ooh, I'm going to click on that one.
I am too.
Because I want to, that's interesting to
know
me.
what that one word might be. It's an Imgur Boba. Is your father here?
Nope. Nope.
He's not here.
Boba, is your father here? Nope. And that's the end of the movie. I love it. Then they put the directed by.
Dun, dun. Well, John, thanks for actually showing up this week and actually being a part of it. Enjoy the ham and New Hampshire weather. Glad you're out of the state of Virginia. I'll go by the house and check to make sure everything's still locked up.
Yeah, house arrest is done, so, wife house arrest, whatever, All right, I'm off to do some.
That's where the real thanks
stories and have some fun.
Allowing you out to play.
Yeah, no, it's that time of the year.
If you haven't joined Live Talk Nation and you're watching, then you don't have to because nothing really happens in there.
No, we don't really actually do anything there.
Except Jonathan says you can post your stuff in there, but it gets deleted. So.
No, only if it's salacious.
So that's a big word.
There is.
I don't know if our viewers have that in their vocabulary.
Well, if you want to know salacious, you need to go over to jonathantripp.com, the Facebook, and you get to see your fill of salacious material over there.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
But I will say this: shout out to my one hater. Every week, I do every week, without fail. When I do a live video, I have one person that dislikes my video every week, just one. Out of the now 300 and something that subscribe to the page. Here, I'm actually trying to reaction. I want to make sure that I accurately report. Hide all posts, reports as spam, and unlikes page. I have one person, obviously they don't like it, unlike it every week. I have one person every episode that religiously dislikes or hides my post. Instead of just unliking the page or whatever, they just do that for that one thing. So I appreciate. Shout out to you, my one hater.
Who's that? Call him.
I don't know. They don't. If they gave me a name, I'd write them a letter and say thanks.
Well, how do you know they're hiding your post?
Because when you go into your analytics on your Facebook, you can actually check to see, you can see the post clicks, reactions. You can see reactions and shares and stuff like that. And then there's the hide post. It's the negative feedback. Hey, Gail, it's good to see you. So I have or reports it as spam. I don't think anybody's reported it as spam though.
I guess I have to wait, or can I see that now? Because that would be really funny.
I don't think you can't see it.
No, I'm talking about for this video. I wonder how many people hit it.
You cannot see. I don't think you can see it live. I think you see it after the fact.
Well, that's what I was asking. Can you see it live?
No, I don't think so because it's.
Well, hold on. I'm getting ready to tell you.
Although what you can do is you can go into the analytics side of it, and you can see. Let me. I'm just loading it so I can talk a little bit more intelligently about it. As you load it, it will give you the total video performance and stuff like that. You can see it's under audience engagement, and you look at video engagement, and it will tell you the reactions that people give. You can click on that. I have 0 angry reactions. No sads, no wows.
I have no reactions whatsoever.
I have a little bit of haha reactions, and then I got the like reaction.
Yeah, I'll have to wait, I guess, to see those.
Video engagement. Post engagement.
It shows me up at the top, but it doesn't show me down at the bottom. So
yeah, it hasn't posted yet. So yeah, you can go back through. But shout out to my one hater, and you inspire me to keep going.
That is too funny. And the funny thing is, it's not me.
It's not you?
Oh, I can go to the post, though. I can see the post. So let's see. There was 20 likes, 12 loves, 38 ha-has, 1 wow, and I made 2 people angry.
Here, I am going to... There's an angry.
Watching that I made angry. If I made you angry...
Or something that was discussed made you... Maybe that's the thing.
That you've been there?
For me, I know on mine... It's not that anything in there was angry because they actually didn't watch it because there's no angry. They just hid the post. Instead of unliking the page and just being done with it, they like to give me negative feedback. That's what it is. I don't have any
negative feedback on the post right now, but I'm sure.
Would you like some negative feedback?
Donna just gave me an angry reaction to it right now. So
I also did too. I just wanted to give you an angry reaction too. So
I didn't see yours, but that's probably because you're on screen. That is too funny. Okay, well, I need to end because I have 3 minutes before my call, and I have to pee. So,
David, thank you so much
for being here. Everyone watching, thanks for watching. And we might do it next week if Jonathan actually has internet in the backwoods of New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Or, maybe we'll do it, and it'll actually be more entertaining because he's not here. Who knows?
Yeah. I'll put up a repeating video and just act like it's live.
Just repeat this past week because nobody was paying attention to what you said this week.
So. No, there were like 4 people that watched. So
yeah, and one of them was angry and hit it. So
yeah, that's right.
Enjoy your ham.
All right,
weekend. Have a good weekend, everyone. Thanks. Much love. Bye-bye.